No, the fuckery it's a lie. We can't escape it.
Do you hear that? Is it supposed to sound like this?
Mr. Deity, I think it sounds great. Mr. Deity.
Cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist for black power. Cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist for black power. Cause all throw up a fist for black power. Cause all we want is freedom. Throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist, throw up a fist for black power. Cause all we want is freedom.
My 15 minutes starts now. My timer is flowing, and we gonna move on. I need to put on my solo freestyle music. We're going with the cannon this morning. Shouts out to DJ Kid Magic for creating the music for me. At least this track for me. All right, so now let's go into the news, onto my timeline. Let's see what's going on. Got some stuff that I'm supposed to cover, but you know, I let it pop up as it may. All right, first thing on the timeline. I want to discuss this. It says Black Lives Matter, Indian debt to Black America. Let's go and look at this real quick, because this is about the Asian Indian, the actual Indian. You know what I'm saying? Because those of us that don't know, the individuals that we call Indian in North America are not actually Indians. Actually, that is, in a sense, in a lot of ways, I'm not even going to say an insult, because some people have adopted being called that. But Indians was a misnomer, I guess, a mistake, because when Columbus came here, or when Columbus came to this area of the world, he thought he found a shortcut to India. So he called the people here Indians. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, that name is a manifestation of the ignorance of the individuals who named those people, or start calling those people that. And you know, so, but anyway, let's go and let's look at this. All right, because I want to check this out. Indian debt. So it goes through where it talks about Indian Americans and how they're a powerful minority and all this stuff. But then it gets down to this point. I want to read this to y'all. Y'all can check this out. It's on the timeline. Remember, those that are new, go to Gye-Nyame Journey Timeline. At its worst, though, its reputation that has given us contempt for the group. All right, he's talking about African Americans in the U.S. that haven't mastered the system in the same way, because he was talking about how Indians are seen as individuals who have mastered the system. It's contempt that most often directed at Black Americans who are decided or derided as irresponsible, violent, scary, and worse. They're stereotypes that are sadly pervasive throughout the U.S., but we've internalized them with the Hindi slur Kalu that too easily finds itself on the lips of many South Asians. As the comedian Russell Peters pointed out, it's not like black people colonized India for 200 years. In fact, it's the black community to whom the Indian American and India owe a tremendous debt for our current stature. Let me unpack that. Small as our numbers are, South Asians have a pretty long history in America. As far back as 1800s, North Indian traders came bearing exotic articles from the Orient, selling silks, spices, and hookahs in New Orleans, Detroit, and even Old Southwest. Think of Ali Hakim from the play Oklahoma. Not just lacking immigration papers, but having brown skin, these Indian migrants shown the door at white-owned hotels and neighborhoods, and the racism and antipathy didn't stop there. Antipathy, I think. The 1917 Immigration Act made Indians, as Arthur Vivek Ball puts it, equivalent in the eyes of the law to alcoholics, professional beggars, and the insane. And the Supreme Court ruled that Indians who were already in the United States were racially ineligible to become citizens. Fears of a Hindu invasion and a turban tide swept American newspapers, and Erica Lee documents in the making of Asian American brown people from Washington State to Florida were denied citizenship. Despite American military service, in the case of Bahak Sintind, beaten by white mob, forcibly removed from entire towns, imprisoned if they sought to marry Caucasian women, and worse. But where did they gain acceptance were the black majority enclaves of all these cities. In his brilliant revelatory book, Bengali Harlem, Ball describes communities in Treme, New Orleans, the west side of Baltimore, the east Detroit, where scores of Desi men married local African American women and settled down. Wow, I didn't know that. All right, this is a real good article, right? So, when the Indians first came here, they weren't accepted by the group that's celebrating them now, right? They was accepted by us, but now they're kind of looking down on us, right? And through the 1900s, when the British vessels docked in New York Harbor, dozens of Indian maritime workers jumped ship, interspersing in New York City's crowded streets before settling in the black mecca of Harlem. So, dang. All right, this is the last one. I'm gonna try. There, they married black, African, and Caribbean New Yorkers and set up New York City's first Indian restaurant right in Harlem. In those restaurants, Malcolm X debated Islam with South Asian Muslims. The trumpet of virtuoso Miles Davis first heard the ragas that would revolutionize jazz music, and the international labor, Indian independence, and black civil rights movement found solidarity. Stemming from interactions like these, the prominent black activist W.E.B. Du Bois even pledged public support for Indian independence, strengthening the movement in the U.S. So I want y'all to check that out, because it's crazy how a lot of us forget the past, or a lot of past to be forgotten, and all of a sudden we become brand new when we are accepted by the very group of individuals that have been oppressing us. So I'm going to give this author a round of applause here. You know what I'm saying? For being bold enough to bring this out, because this is not a popular stance in the Indian community. So he's talking about the debt that's owed to Black America by the Indians, because we have always been a group of individuals that have been accepting to most groups. You know what I'm saying? So let's get that round of applause. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, that took a whole 7 minutes. Can you cure everything? Researchers recruit women for a large study on postpartum depression. Go and check that out. Some of you mothers out there who might be suffering from postpartum depression. It's a good article. You know what I'm saying? They're doing some research on it, and they're trying to look for genes so they can shut these genes off or turn these genes on to help prevent postpartum depression. Now, the question I have to ask, do you want these people messing with your genes? All right, I don't know. I'm gonna give that one. That might be intergalactic fuckery. I'm put that, if it helps somebody, I guess it's cool. But I wanted to hear the sound. So, all right. How Batman versus Superman represents the age-old battle between man and God. Now, I won't be able to get into this one, But I am going to bookmark this one because I think I want to go into this discussion on Friday when Batman versus Superman come out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to put a note down. Anybody that's interested in that conversation, man, I think that's going to be a dope conversation. How Batman versus Superman represents the age-old battle between man and God. I'm really looking for that. Citizens are involved. Apple, FBI, Detente won't stop protesting from going to court. FBI, I guess the Detente or detente is like a peace, a moment of pause in the battle between FBI and Apple, because the FBI is saying that they don't need they don't need Apple to do it. They got other people to do it. But we knew this, right? I talked about this yesterday morning. How is it that America, we got billions and billions of dollars going into our intelligence network, and you mean to tell me we can't crack a fucking iPhone? You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real? I mean, I'm concerned about that, right? But that's just me. All right, let's move it. Let's keep it moving. All right, this is the one I wanted to cover. 100 years ago, yesterday, Binga, a black man held in the Bronx Zoo as a missing link, ended his life. 40 years after the abolishment of slavery, Binga was billed as the missing link. Let's go and look at this real quick. A lot of you probably ran into this, but this was a black man that was held. It was 100 years ago on March 20th, 1916. Binga took a gun and fired a bullet into his own heart, ending the short and tragic life of the missing link from Africa. His treatment at the hands of the so-called gentleman from New York's Bronx Zoo and the 1904 Awards Fair in St. Louis, Missouri, came in the height of the eugenics movement, 40 years after the end of legal slavery in America. So they basically, all right, let's go and look at it, man. Oh my God, don't tell me. Look, let me see how long they got a video. I think we might have to go into this on Friday, because I'm kind of pissed right now, right? So let's look at it. All right, boom, boom, boom. The 32-year-old Mbuti man from along the Cassie River in what is now known as the Democratic Republic of Congo stood just 4 feet 11 inches tall and had teeth filed to sharp points, which were reportedly a tradition for his tribe. His early life in the forests of Bengal, Belgian Congo, were violent, and his wife and 2 children were killed by the force publique. So y'all need to check out the Belgian Congo, because that was some bullshit as well. I mean, all this get fuckery, right? They about to get the siren. Samuel Philip Verner, American businessman in Africa, tasked with acquiring pygmies for cultural evolution displays at the World Fair in Louisiana Purchase Exposition, encountered Binga in 1904. How Verner came to acquire Binga is unclear, with the pioneering Presbyterian missionary claiming to have saved him from a cannibalistic tribe who had kidnapped him. Oh my God. All right, look. So basically they brought this man over here for the World Fair, basically put him in a zoo, right? And paraded him around to a point to where this guy committed suicide. Now on Friday, what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back and we're gonna listen to that video. I gotta mark that down too, so y'all remind me. This is that West Asian fuckery that we need to always keep in mind. You know what I'm saying? Because Hillary Clinton might do this to you, or even the Great Pumpkin might do this to you. You got to beware, man. They be tripping, man. You know, they act like they help you, and then next thing you know, they got you on display somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. All right, be careful when typing URLs unless you want malware. All right, that's on my timeline. Come check that out. I asked the question, have you learned an important life lesson from a folktale proverb? And speaking of that, make sure you check out last night's show, because last night's show I was joined on the line by Sister Janice and Brother Charles, and we had a real nice discussion about the folktale was the woman and the hen. Now Now, something else that they found on Pluto, because on Friday I covered Pluto, and it looked like they found a frozen lake on Pluto. I mean, there's so much going on in this solar system. It's incredible, man. I mean, I'm looking at this picture and I'm finding it hard to believe, but it do look like a frozen body of liquid. I ain't gonna say water, but it do look like a frozen lake of liquid. We won't say that it is, but you go there and you can find out what it is for yourself. Urban birds may be smarter than their country cousins. New study suggests urban humans may be smarter than their country cousins in some ways too, but not in all ways. We got to always remember, just like with human beings, these birds, you know what I'm saying, in the city they need to learn certain skills, and in the country they need to learn certain skills. So, you know, I don't think that. I mean, plus, who took time to devise the IQ test for a damn bird anyway? You know, I mean, those resources that could be going somewhere else. First supernova shockwave image snapped by a planet hunting telescope. So they got pictures of a supernova shockwave. You know, for those that are interested in outer space, go and check that out. I got a piece up on here where you go and join our site on Google Plus so you keep up with us. Boom. Obama addressed the Cuban nation and he says it is time now for us to leave. Hold on. Let's go and check this out real quick. We got exactly 54 seconds and I'm getting up out of here. Obama addresses the Cuban nation. It's time now for us to leave the past behind. Now the question I'm asking, what do you think about us, well, America, opening up the doors to Cuba? I mean, do you think it's a long time coming? Do you think we shouldn't do it? How do you feel about the whole situation? They got a clip of the video so that y'all can check it out. But yo, this has been Brother Hot Tim, and this has been the Morning Quickie, where we run through our timeline real quick. It wasn't that much fuckery. I'm kind of surprised the Great Pumpkin ain't pop up. But hey, it is what it is. This is Brother Hot Tim. I want to thank you for listening in, and make sure that you follow Gye-Nyame in all ways possible. And remember, you know what I'm saying, I pray that your day is as beautiful as you are. So before we leave, you know what I got to do, right? We got to go on and let the sponsors go on and get their thing in. So here you go.
The word is spreading. More and more people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up and got a travel reward. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
Ambit Energy is an approved energy service company that gives you a choice for saving money on your electric bill. Allow us at Gye-Nyame Journey to help you save money on your electric bill, because we are consultants with Ambit. You can hit us up at gyenyame.energy526.com, or you can send me an email at HA2TIM@gyenyame.com for more information. Also, you can call 614-594-9422, and we'll be happy to talk with you about it. You know what I'm saying? Allows us to save you money, and at the same time you're saving money, you'll be helping build this nation. And with that, Brother Hot Tim, I'm out. Oh, you so kind, you so kind. Oops. I had the music playing all that time. Man, it's early morning. Y'all take it easy. Brother Tim and I'm out.